Today, I was having a conversation with one of my fellow Indian MGTOWs, Ajay, who is basically from the USA and has been studying in India for, I guess, 4 or 5 years now. He had quite a lot of points on which I agreed with, and that made me thinking that I should make a video on it. I would begin this topic by talking about traditionalism, saying that even if modern society isn't a big deal for the Western countries, but it is surely a big deal for countries like India who are really traditional in their outlook and past. I say this because the Western tradition is not much different to present day Western lifestyle compared to Indian tradition, which is far more ancient when you look at it, our dressing sense, or our food and cuisine, and also our day-to-day habits. India really differs in their tradition from the Western tradition in each and every aspect if we look at it closely. By this, I mean you can teach a bird to fly, but you cannot teach him how to swim. Yes, a bird can stay on the surface of the water for some time, but it is not possible for a bird to be there forever. This is what is happening in India. A bird swimming will be a disaster as sharks and other big fishes will come to the shore and eat them up. The situation with my friend and I discussed was that though Indian women and Indian mentality have shifted towards the Western lifestyle, the hunger for a traditional way of life still exists in majority of Indians. Also, it is very difficult to date an Indian woman compared to a Western woman. In my opinion, darkness and brightness cannot exist at the same time. For India to progress, it needs to choose its side, either to be completely Western or stay traditional like they did for thousands of years in the past. MGTOW can be applied by any individual who looks forward to improve himself as a person and as a human being. Now I'm just moving a bit away from the topic that we just spoke about, but this is important. That is why I am about to discuss all these some of self-improvement stuff with you guys. Material goods will come and go, but you as a man will stay forever. For you as a person, your morals and actions define everything about you. My solution to survive in the present day scenario, and this does not only apply in the context of India, but this would apply globally in each and every country to each and every individual. What I do personally is that I analyze the current situation, and according to that, I take my actions and whatever is necessary at that point of time. For me, just having knowledge is not important and enough, but mastery of knowledge surely is one important thing that each and every one must consider of having. One should know what, where, and how to do things in different situations. It is not preferable to stay calm all the time, but by the same token, it is also not a good idea to be aggressive all the time. There should be a balance to everything, like the Chinese theory of yin yang. To know more about the yin yang theory, I will link an article down in the description, so do check it out to just get an introduction to what I just said. This also helps while this yin yang theory also helps while having sex, as you learn to figure out when to speed up and when to calm down during the intercourse. In my opinion, traditionalism has lost its relevance in India the day that India became independent, and it breathed its last when the Soviet Union crumbled and the capitalist rule came as the single most power in the world. That is why we see so much of generalization all over the world. The ethnicities and the differences between countries have come closer and closer, and we have started to become similar just by looking at the language. Like, for example, now each and every country focuses on teaching English to their population. Now, this language has brought us closer, but at the same time, we as individuals have lost our ethnicity and identity in this process. This power, this world power, has taught us many decaying and depressing things, such as money is the only God, consumerism, everything is a business, and they have also fed our stomachs with the foods that really make you sick. Now, I cannot point out more on the subject that red meat or any processed meat just increases your risk of having cancer. At the same time, our veggies and fruits have been infected with high amounts of pesticides. And I also cannot stop on commenting on the companies like Monsanto who have been creating a chemical warfare in the farms all around the world. All these problems could be discussed in another video, which I want you guys to suggest me on what topic should I choose regarding food or anything regarding consumerism or the current popular brands that always come across our eyes whenever we are walking on the streets. We see advertisements or hoardings all over the place. So let me know if I can make a couple of videos on these topics as well. Because as a MGTOW, I not only focus on explaining or elaborating the MGTOW lifestyle, but I also focus more on self-improvement stuff and how can you avoid bad things and inculcate good habits and good things into your life, which will automatically help you as an individual to progress even further in your goals and in your beliefs. This is the reality that we live in, and to tell you guys that everything today is about demand and supply, and we live in a demand and supply kind of society. We just have to wake up from the deep sleep that the media and corporations have kept us in. If just 20% of sales of these corporations like McDonald's and Domino's KFC or Subway or any other big food companies or any companies that you can figure out are ruling the economies of many countries today. Just by a 20% decrease in sales of such companies go down, these companies will automatically come to their feet and provide you with what you want. See, today everything is about demand and supply, as I said. For example, women have been in demand due to the white knighting and beta mailing that has been going out throughout the globe through social media and uh, all other platforms, which are just inflating women's ego and changing their psychological state of mind. But as soon as men go their own way, we will be the ones in demand. This is what I and MGTOWs, who I have spoke with, believe, and has happened in our cases. As soon as we change our approach towards women, automatically we start to get their attention. This is what I have figured out with talking to people as well as my own life as an individual. This is how things work, that what I wanted to point out in this video. Cheers, Ajay. It was nice talking to you on the phone today. Hope everyone else is having a great day and doing well with their lives. If not, let me know by emailing me at officialtruthovereverything@gmail.com. We can figure out what we can do for you to improve your life. That's all for now, boys. Peace out.